Okay, let's dive right in. Picture this. You're in Germany, maybe wandering through a really cool vintage shop in Berlin. You're surrounded by all this amazing stuff, but then one specific thing catches your eye. How do you ask about that one? Well, that's exactly what we're going to solve today. You know that feeling, right? It's that classic moment where you see the perfect jacket or the coolest pair of boots, and you start fumbling for the right words. I mean, you can always point, sure, but how do you actually say, I want this one, not that one over there? It can feel a little clumsy. So that's the big question, isn't it? How do you verbally point with precision in German? How do you single out that one specific item from a whole shelf of them? Well, it turns out German has the absolute perfect tool for the job. And here it is. We're about to add a seriously powerful new word to your German toolkit. This is the word that's going to let you pinpoint exactly what you mean every single time. No more vague pointing. The word is dies. At its very core, it's pretty simple. It just means this or these. Its entire job is to point something out, to say, hey, look at this specific thing I'm talking about. But, and this is a big but, there's one really important catch. So here's the one crucial thing you have to remember. Dies is kind of like a chameleon. You can't just use it as is. You have to change its ending so it matches the gender, the number, and the case of the noun it's describing. Now don't worry, it's way easier than it sounds, and it follows a pattern you probably already know. Okay, let's start with the basics, the nominative case. And the great news here is that the endings for dies are basically a direct copy of the definite articles you already know. Der, die, and das. Seriously, if you know those, you already know this. So for masculine nouns like der Rock, which means the skirt, you see that er ending on der? Well, you just tack that same ending right onto dies. So der Rock becomes diese Rock, this skirt. See? Simple. Now for feminine nouns, like die Hose, or the trousers. The article die ends in an E, so, you guessed it, dies also takes that E ending. Die Hose becomes diese Hose, these trousers. It just clicks. And to complete the set, we've got our neuter nouns, like das Kleid, the dress. The article das gives us the clue, that S ending, so it becomes dieses Kleid, this dress. You see that beautiful pattern? R-A-S, just like der, die, das. Okay, now I want to give you a mental image, a little trick that's going to make this rule stick in your brain forever. It's my absolute favorite way to think about dies, and it's all about focus. Think about it like this. Using the regular words for the der, die, das, that's like flipping on the main lights in a room. You can see everything, sure, but it's all kind of general. But using dies Kleins, that's completely different. That's like picking up a laser pointer. It cuts through all the noise and puts a bright, focused dot on one specific thing. It's precise. It's targeted. All right, with that powerful image in your mind, let's head back to that shop we were in. Only this time, we're not just pointing vaguely. Nope, we are armed with our new grammar laser pointer. So, someone might ask you, gefällt dir dieser Pullover? Do you like this jumper? They're not asking about jumpers in general. They're using their laser pointer, dieser, to highlight that one specific masculine jumper right there in front of you. Or maybe you're the one talking. You could say, dieses Kleid trage ich heute zum ersten Mal. I'm wearing this dress for the first time. You're using dieses to put a spotlight on that one particular neuter dress, separating it from every other piece of clothing you own. So you've totally mastered the basics. But what happens in the other grammatical cases? Now, don't think of this next slide as a test. Think of it as the complete instruction manual for your awesome new laser pointer. Now, this might look like a lot at first glance, but here's the secret. The pattern you just learned is the foundation for almost everything else here. Just look at those endings in the accusative and dative cases. They look incredibly similar to the definite article endings you already know. It's the exact same logic, just applied to your laser pointer. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground, but if you remember just one single thing from our little explainer today, let it be this next point. This is the whole shebang. So the big idea is this. Stop thinking of dies as just another word to memorize. Think of it as a tool. It is your specific, targeted grammar laser pointer. From now on, whenever you want to say, this one right here, you know exactly which tool to reach for. So you're equipped. You now have this fantastic tool that lets you speak with so much more clarity and confidence in German. The only question left is, what will you point out first with your new grammar laser pointer?